now I know what you wear. I don't know if it's a compliment.
You ever had a dog?
It's not a fetish.
It is.
Yo soy un hombre. I am a man. I look like a fucking Cumberland sausage. I've got a fucking complex about it.
Guilty pleasures.
Mine's really bad, but I almost don't want to admit it.
Yeah, it is fucking foot related again.
I can't hear about your feet.
Let's just cut there.
Having to stand there like that for an extended amount of time was not easy for me, especially in this heat.
It was hardly like Ninja Warrior, wasn't it?
It felt like it for me.
To hold the pole.
I went to Ninja Warrior Wigan for like a stag
Ninja
do.
Warrior Wigan. The ninjas of Wigan.
And it was basically just like my mates were all athletic doing stuff, and I tried to like just swing off something into a kind of like a foam pit, and I thought this will be fun. And as soon as I like sort of grabbed onto the thing and it was just my weight on it, I instantly felt my shoulders go, fuck off, I don't like this. And that was the most like physical thing I could muster. It was so embarrassing.
So it's like the actual Ninja Warrior, but
In Wigan. Yeah. There's like a pie barn waiting for you at the end of it.
Yeah.
They do that thing that, so you're like exactly the same as Ninja Warrior. So they do the pad.
Yeah, that's the first thing there, yeah.
So I mean, that's walk around it all.
Yeah, basically just walked alongside me mates. There was one like an inflatable bit at the end where I thought, oh, I'll have a go at this. And
like you're at a lilo.
I was just out of breath. I had to stop halfway through because I was like there's a bit where you jump into a foam pit. There's like foam pits everywhere, and I couldn't get out of it. I was having to try and swim out of it.
They're not great though, are they? Like when I went with Beth to a couple of them. There's one near the Trafford Centre that we went to, and yeah, there's no dignity there at all. Like she was laughing at me. She was like, "I've got the ick," and then she did it herself and couldn't get out of it at all. And then they're just so sweaty and horrible. Yeah, they're disgusting, man. Bit of context though. The reason this has been brought up is the curtain behind us. We had the window open because it's 40 degrees today. This is going out in like 4 weeks' time, but we're recording it on the 19th of July. It's like 40 degrees, and we had the window open, and it blew down the curtain. So we've just spent the last 20 minutes fixing that. And that's what. Yeah, me and Hayley were project managing. We're just documenting it, content. So there is a video of it, which we might slide in here if Hayley sends it to me. But that's the point Liam's making. First of all, can I just ask why you're wearing multiple layers on your upper body?
Because
it's 38 degrees right now.
I make the thumbnails, and I'm very conscious of me being in the same outfit. So
I'm wearing the same thing I wore yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, you can get away with it with black.
It's navy, but thanks.
No, you
all
can't.
Right.
Come on.
B&Q colour chart over there.
Yeah, it's the only like t-shirt I've got that's like free flowing. Like it's too big that it doesn't fit me, and it's the only it's my flowy one, so I needed to wear it twice.
I did regret the additional layer, like for the heat, but I'm relieved because it's hiding the sweat patches on the white t-shirt.
But you're wearing white.
That.
You can't really see sweat patches on white, can you?
I thought it was the opposite. I thought you see it more.
No, it's like grey, is't it? It's
I just.
What colour are you sweating?
It'll be yellow.
You can't see the blood.
Yeah. You look like a spoon's plate with a filter on it.
I was going for dad on holiday vibes. Yeah.
It's a good look. It's a good look.
It's only a matter of time before I have kids, so I thought I'd start dressing like it. I wear jorts already. Floral shirt was the next evolution of my dad fashion.
You got Crocs on?
No, I might say sub. I've got Nikes on. I'm trendy in that regard.
Beth's recently bought a pair of Crocs, and she's like trying to convince me that it's like the future, and I'm never going to go back.
Alison June Smith, I know she's been on here, but she was like, they're like walking on a cloud. I'm not doing it.
Where's she from?
I'm not doing it. That's a good accent.
Yeah, was it?
Calgary, Alberta. She is a big Croc advocate, but I can't.
They just look horrendous.
Yeah.
And like Beth was too cheap to buy buy one solid colour, and she got like dip dyed versions which were like 20 quid cheaper. So they're about 40 quid. She got a pair for like 22 because they look disgusting.
Are they clogs? Is that what the
No, she's I guess so, yeah. They look like a crocodile. That's like it took me ages to figure it out, and then I was just like,
what crocodile looks like that?
Because they've got the holes in the side, and that's why they're called Crocs, because it looks like the teeth of the. It's a bit of a reach. They don't look exactly.
Time on your hands.
Yeah, I do a bit, don't I? Yeah.
I did do a bit of research into Crocs because I was contemplating getting them to wear around the house, and they sell these fucking charms that you stick to the holes in your Crocs.
I've got that. I don't like anything with holes. I've got that thing, and there's a few comics have got it where I don't like looking at pictures of holes.
Oh, it's got a proper name, hasn't it?
Trypophobia.
Yeah,
tryptophobia. Yeah.
I can't, honestly, it knocks me sick, and Sally Ann Haywood always sends me them, and I'm like,
Really?
Yeah, it's horrible.
There's like proper photos, isn't there, of like people who've like put peas on their legs or something. There's all those little.
Yeah, it's I know what you say. Like we're thinking of the exact same hand one, aren't we?
It's honestly,
really?
it sends a shiver down me. Even speaking of it, so people putting charms in Crocs.
Is that the same thing for you? Is it?
But they're plugging the holes though, aren't they?
Yeah, but it's all stuff like, no, not for me.
Yeah, they'd wear them in hospitals a lot as well, don't they?
Because they're really comfy, aren't they? Because like if you're doing like a 12-hour shift on your feet, we don't do it. They're pointless to us, Crocs, aren't we? Because we're sat in the car or we're sat on stage or stood on stage.
I don't know, you could have done with them then. What
if you bought a ticket to go see someone and they walk on stage wearing Crocs? They're instantly coming out on stage at like a -5, aren't they? Right. And you've got to fight to get your respect.
Well, Vittorio didn't it? He opened for Adam at the Leicester Square Theatre and went on in sandals.
Yeah, sandals isn't bad. Crocs.
They were sandals though. Like Jesus sandals.
Yeah.
Like
I went through a phase of that. I mentioned it dead briefly in the last episode, but I went through like a bit of a crisis fashion wise. I don't have a fashion sense.
What do you mean went through?
That's true. All right, this is just another stage of it, okay? I'm still trying to figure stuff out. But I was wearing like American football shirts and like backward baseball caps and shorts. I know. I to make it feel sick talking about it. But I was also wearing a
small child as well. Everywhere he was going.
I was wearing like Birkenstock style, like fucking granddad sandals, you know, with all the straps and stuff. And I went to Alton Towers with my brother, and I was dressed like this, and the weather was like hot. It was like, well, obviously not as hot as today, but it was dead hot. So I had my sun cream, and I was rubbing my sun cream on, and I was putting it like on my legs and my feet, and I just overheard some woman behind us in the queue go, "Hey, he's putting in his fucking toes as well," just judging me. And that was my wake up call. I need to change my ways.
Just hear a wretch in the background. What were you doing just with your foot on before you went on the Nemesis? Just running it through.
I honestly don't know what was going through me. Nothing was going through my head.
How old are you?
I'm 31. And
how long ago was this?
Not that long. I'm too embarrassed to say. Hold on. I just got
what day is today?
About 4 years ago. I was old enough to know better.
Imagine
mid to late 20s.
Imagine you're queuing for Oblivion and you look up and it's just your little fucking toes there.
Rubbing his fingers through it.
Putting me sandals in with the baggage so they don't come flying off. Do you know that in America they've in like Universal Studios they had these two like Jewel and Dragon roller coasters that go at the same time in like a loop like that. It's Harry Potter themed now. It's in like the Harry Potter theme park, but it's such a ride that's been going for years.
Harry Potter obsessed.
I do love Harry Potter. I love this is like but like I said, this is before Harry Potter time as well. But originally they used to go at the same time, so when you hit a loop, the two roller coasters meet like that. But one day, someone's shoes came flying off one of them and twatted someone in the face on the other side, give them like a proper nosebleed, broke the nose, and they obviously put a lawsuit in, and now they have to put them on a slight delay.
Imagine if it was your foot as well, because of all the suntan lotion, it just fell off.
It just slide off the face because of all the sun cream. It wouldn't have done any damage.
Just all the charms off the Crocs on your face,
stuck into the side of the face.
Is that what's his name? Was he a model? Fabio or something. There's like a clip of him. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
And he goes on a roller coaster and a seagull flies into his face, and he's covered in blood and like seagull feathers, and it's like horrific.
Good looking.
I mean, you'd buy that photo, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I went to Alton Towers once, and the guy was on Rita, and he brought a dildo from home, and then just held it like that.
Well, I hope he didn't buy one in the gift shop. Alton Towers theme fucking.
Scream! There's no going back.
Don't look down.
They all fit, don't they? With
It's like that old saying, though. Anything's a dildo if you're brave enough, isn't it? So depends what was in there, wasn't it?
Old saying. Who's saying that?
Passed
down through generations of Aaron's family.
It's an old wives' tale.
My nana used to say.
You leave Rose out of this. Do you know my nana's called Rose West?
No, she's not.
She genuinely is.
Fuck off.
I've never mentioned that, and we've mentioned Nans before, and I thought, I could have brought that up. My Nan is called Rose West.
I wouldn't bring it up anymore. I wouldn't bring it up either.
Yeah, fair. She wasn't previously, and then she married my granddad, who's Kevin West.
I thought it was going to get much worse.
Yeah, no, she married Fred West, and there she survived.
I never want to play out in your nan and granddad's patio, that's for sure.
Yeah, you don't want to be under it, that's the problem.
And just so, like, when she rings places up and stuff, she has to say the name Rose West.
It depends if they ask for it. If they ask for a name, I imagine she does.
Could you imagine having that name going through life and having to, like,
yeah,
ring up and try and just pay your bills and stuff, and they're like, Rose West?
yeah, it's heavy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Some people just don't. Well, I was.
You should be my uncle Jimmy Savile.
Yeah.
Do you know there's like there was this guy did an experiment. When I say this guy did an experiment, this guy was a knobhead, and it was basically like studied after the fact. But there's a guy in America who called his 2 sons Winner and Loser, right? And Winner went on to like be a career criminal, like ended up in prison and stuff like that. And Loser was like a police officer because he was kind of like and
They arrested the winner. There you go, fucking smug twat.
Well, they think it's like they think it was like being called loser just makes you kind of like you start off life with adversity, and he's constantly trying to like overcome that.
It's a
and
risky
prove
little
something.
game, though, isn't it?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like, who does that to the kids?
I don't know what the middle names were.
Or
Brian.
Winner,
Normal names.
Winner's middle name was Takes All.
Yay. All the puns today.
He loves it. You have my favourite promo shot of any comedian ever, and it's that Kim K.
I don't know if it's a now I know what you wear. I don't know if it's a compliment. It's like,
it's my favourite.
I'm like, oh no.
Like I've got it in my fucking wallet.
Get it out. Thank you. It's very kind.
That's amazing. Little like I'm bringing it up just basically to make more work for Aaron, so he has to slide it into the pod.
I'm not going
just to give a reference point. But
just you pointing at yourself, so self-involved. I'm gonna have to move it around, keyframe it now into all the different places. What was I gonna say? I was gonna say something to you about.
You do that, like, so when I do like what's it called, Minority Report.
I like
drag it down,
moving it around or like that. Yeah, he just swoops it in. I mentioned like in passing a picture of me when I was a goth, and he forced me to send it to him and put it in the podcast.
Here it is now.
Well, now it's the fucking icon of my work's group chat, which is
amazing.
Embarrassing.
You've gone through every single fashion. Yeah, so you've been like Garv, you've been like Peter Griffin at the football. You've been like, what else? What other sort of...
What phases have I had?
It's quite funny that not one of them's got any sex appeal in it.
Well, I mean, it's my personality that does that. I have a winning personality.
Yeah.
I found someone, alright. I'm getting married.
Yeah, I believe so, he was saying.
I'll tell anyone who'll listen to me, thank you.
Congratulations.
It's fucking stressful though, isn't it?
What are you going to wear on the wedding day?
I'm going to bring out the sandals out of retirement. Yeah.
See you them.
Sun cream on more.
See you them at the end of the aisle, you look round, you'll be like, I can't.
No, I hated that part of it. I've just got me suits, and I hated that whole part of it. I hate clothes shopping. I always have. I think that's why I do just dress like this, because my food shop's become a clothes shop. Do you know what I mean? So like I'll go and do like a Tesco shop, and I'll just buy some.
We put a video on TikTok the other day. It was so funny.
From there.
Put a video on TikTok the other day, and a guy commented saying, "Where do you get your flannels from?" He knows how bad he dresses. He's like, now it's so shit. He thought the guy was taking the piss out of him, and I was like, he's being genuine. Like the guy's being genuine. He wants to know where you get your shirts from.
I was
that
defensive going Aaron saying some fucking virgins trying to take the piss out of me,
and he replies back to the guy going, "Oh, just any supermarket that sells them." And this guy was like, "Oh, man, now I'm gonna have to go to Tesco." Like he genuinely wanted to buy the clothes that Liam was wearing.
There's nothing wrong with them, you look smart.
But I just think out of the two of us, to watch a clip from this podcast and look at me and go, I like the way that guy dresses.
Yeah. That's the main takeaway. The video as well was about, we won't go into it, but basically a guy had an autistic son. And it
was a really dark story, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was the name of the clip is Dark Story. And his takeaway from that was, that guy wears nice flannels.
Nice flannels, yeah. Tesco's, I thought you meant when you treat it like a food shop, as in you just do it like all online.
Oh no, I love a food shop. Actually, love the food shop. I quite like doing.
But you don't do it online. You actually go out.
Just hurt me feelings.
That's all this. Like, I don't think we've done a single episode without including a fucking. It's getting so boring to the point where we
start on you now. It's basically bullying, isn't it?
Yeah.
But that's all this is, though. Like Liam Bolton said to us that all this podcast is just to find another way to undermine each other, and then we just bring a guest in to just.
He says undermine each other. He means undermine me.
Yeah,
I'm nice.
I've not noticed it going.
Right off.
I've not noticed it going it the other way yet.
Yeah. No, it's not. There's not been any open goals yet.
Yeah, I do set him up, to be fair. Yeah. But yeah, I love a Tesco shop, but then it does become a clothes shop. I just buy like plain t-shirts. Give me a fucking. I need a makeover.
Should we do it? Should we queer eye you?
Queer eye me, yeah. I fucking love a bit of queer eye.
We need a Patreon first. Make it a Patreon special. Got Guan.
Queer eye me.
Yeah.
People going to pay to see that.
And what we could do is like. Do it so people pick the outfit, you know, like on like Grand Theft Auto, where you walk through, and then they could have all the outfits down the side, and then we could see what you'd look like, and you just turn around.
I know, because if they do it like Grand Theft Auto, I'm going to be fucking walking out with cornrows.
Not around wrong.
Liam doesn't really suit the Jerry curl.
Yeah. I think we should do it. I
could do with them.
I can't. Look, I can't. I don't know anything about fashion.
Oh, I just don't have the bandwidth for it.
Trying to think who's a really good. Who would you say is the most stylish person?
Tony Wright. Tony Wright, but he doesn't gig anymore, does he?
Yeah.
I feel like you just look like you were going to court though. If you put anything Tony wears on.
Oh mate.
Oh, you'd look like Dumb and Dumber. When
It was like the most annoying thing about like the suit shopping. I'm trying these suits on, and I was having to judge them by how good my mates looked, because I was like, "You look better than me. It's my wedding.
Can't have that. Yeah.
You look fucking better than me." Yeah, it was.
So you proper like suit fitter and all that.
Yeah, well, I got like no. To be honest, I said yeah, but
Tesco's.
No, it was
just walking around a trolley.
We didn't really judge it well the first time. We thought it'd be a good idea to meet up at like 2:30, so middle of the day. Thinking, and we had a few pints beforehand, and then the suit shopping was just a chore because I'd been having fun with my mates. Then I was in this situation I'm really stressed about, and I just wanted to like get out of that situation. And it was just a complete write-off the first time. I saw a suit I liked, but they didn't have like, they had like one groomsman's sizes in the shop, so he could try on the suit, but I could just try on like the jacket, the pants. It was just a nightmare. Like, they didn't have to fucking...
What, just in your undies? Just a jacket on?
No, I just...
fucking Winnie the Pooh over it.
Just like, can you put something on?
Rock up in me sandals.
Just a blazer and sandals.
Get your pants from Tesco's.
You could get away with that on a beach holiday, though, couldn't you?
Where are you getting married then?
Ellis,
Wigan. It's next to Ninja Warrior.
Off the Welsh Road, Joe, like Ellis.
Don't worry, I'm not coming. Softy, you won't find it.
I'm not giving you the date or time.
In the UK.
Yeah.
But you've got something now.
Yeah, I've got something sorted. I've got it all boxed off. It was a nightmare.
Did you try it on? Did you have you tried your suit on? Because I'm getting like I'll do it on the night vibes.
Well, that is usually what I'm like. So I was feeling the pressure to.
No, I know that's
it. Like, I've tried it on. It's all good.
Okay,
I'm gonna get alterations. I'm going the fucking whole hog. I'm gonna.
Yeah, you need that because you don't want to be like popping out of it like the Orc or something on the wedding day.
Yeah. I mean, I think I'll be
like
honest.
Woody on Toy Story when he comes out the box.
the most. I don't wear. I wear my pants under the gut. As a guy with a gut, I hate nothing more than people like stuffing the gut in the pants. But with
cowards,
with suit pants, you can't wear them like that. You've got to pull them up. So I know that every time I sit down on my wedding day, I'm gonna have to discreetly unbutton my kicks.
She's already in though. She's already
yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah, there's no going back.
After you've said a do, then you start.
I'm stood up, aren't I? I'm stood up the whole time until after the ceremony when it's too late for her. Yeah.
And after you've eaten a meal as well. You have to get some Spanx.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Did he do man Spanx?
Man Spanx.
Like, I have to get some, yeah. Maybe we're onto something there.
Yeah.
Did you ever watch that video of the, I can't remember what TV show it was, but he like went viral because he was like dating this like Vietnamese woman and she's like come over for like maybe a green card or something, but he was just disgusting, the guy. Like, do you
Is it
know
like that? I know which one you mean.
He looks like fucking
90
Jack
Day
Black
Fiancé.
if he was never like famous. You know what I mean? Like he just what
Is
did you say?
it 90 Day Fiancé?
Yeah.
And he's like, I just remember seeing a clip one day where she's like, "Oh, the pool cleaner's here," and the guy has to like turn round to like just be able to see him because his neck's that fucking.
Oh,
big.
is he the guy who puts mayo in his hair?
I don't know.
I think I've seen this. Yeah, he styles his hair with fucking mayo.
Oh, that's foul.
No,
sorry, I brought it up.
I don't know. To be
Surely
honest,
gel's just the same price.
I know what'll make this hair shine. Eggs.
Mayo.
Egg-based goods. Yeah.
Sounds like a catch.
That's how those, those like that punk haircut I know from my goth days. Do you know where people have the big spikes?
Well,
With egg whites. Soap. I thought it was like I heard it was egg whites.
Well, it might be, but I used to live with a guy at uni, and he had it, and he just used soap.
Really?
Just, yeah.
And just let
the
it
bar of soap.
let it
just
harden.
go hard. Yeah.
That's ironic because it looks like that hair stinks as well, doesn't it? It's
It smelled. Well, it smelled of soap.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. But it was like, like crispy.
Yeah.
Because he'd have like a Sonic. They called him Sonic because it's like a Mohican things. But he'd just get like soap and just do it all up, and it smelled of soap. It didn't smell bad.
Yeah. I used to smash hairspray because I had like the emo fringe. I'd leave that. I'd spray loads of hairspray, and it was just like my hair would set. My hair had like set.
When did you meet your wife?
crisp.
What era was this?
7 years ago. We've been together for 7 years.
So what
and
era
it was
were you
this,
in? What sort of?
This era.
She walked into CX one day. Liam was in there.
No, this era was like skinny Liam. That was the era. I was too poor to afford food.
So in another life, then.
Yeah, basically, all I could eat was coca noodles. Like that's all I had the money
noodles?
for. Do you know, like those 20p noodles from
Oh,
Home Bargain. And I was the thinnest I've ever been. And that's
You also had Ricky.
yeah, scare me.
Chronicles of
I was
Ricketts.
sucking alive in the streets.
Looks ill.
Yeah, we were just working in the same fucking shop, so it was just like I was there. Do you know what I mean?
What shop is it?
Giacomo, sell clothes for the
Fucking
bigger
hell,
man.
you're a fucking cliche, you.
Well, he was skinny then.
Yeah, I know. Well, I wasn't when I joined.
Well, then he realised he could get 20% discount.
Yeah,
on the
that's
clothes.
literally it.
Smashed it. The discount was insane. Yeah, because I had like I just started like I just left uni. I had like a job. I had some income. My mates persuaded me to move in with them, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to be like back. I'd just gone back home for a little bit. I was like, oh, I want to move out with my mates, and it was a bad decision because I had like I was on a retail wage. I had like no money, and I say it was a bad decision. I got skinny. It was the skinniest I've ever been. And my missus,
Yeah, he's
she
on a
won't mind me-
UNICEF ad now.
she won't mind me saying this. At the time, my missus, she was bigger, right? She was bigger than me, and over time, I've just absorbed all the weight that she's lost, and she's like,
That's not how it works.
No, I was going to say, I don't think.
That's not quite how it
I
works.
mean,
Fucking osmosis.
I don't think.
I've absorbed their strength. Is that not what it is?
Like a dementor over it.
Yeah, literally draining the life out of her. Yeah, so I'm locking her in before she realises that she's got plenty of options.
Oh,
you
she's
spoke
very
about
good
that.
catch, Liam.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
It's not true, but I appreciate you saying
And
it.
by catch, she means diabetes. That's what
I've
you've
been
got.
tested. Can I ask you? It's completely off topic, but is there like I was wondering? You're
I lent some money. What's coming? The way you said that
While you're here.
yeah, the wedding's been tough.
then.
I can't live off coca noodles this time.
Just too costly by a
Have
bit.
you got a fiver? It's a bit out of turn, bit left field. Have you got a fiver?
So where's this going?
I forgot what I was gonna fucking ask you now. No, I remember you. So you're Welsh, right?
Well, so I was born in Chester, so technically not Welsh.
Okay.
But I was brought up in Connors-Key, which is North Wales.
There's a mad thing about Wales and Chester, isn't
Yeah,
there?
so
People
like-
get touchy about it.
Well, because so the school I went to is in North Wales. So if you say you were born in Chester, they're like, you're English.
Yeah.
But if you say to anyone else, I live in I'm from Connors-Key, they go, oh, you're Welsh. So like,
You can't win.
yeah,
Either place, you're...
it's like if you're being from. Well, it's not actually. I was going to say like being from Birkenhead and calling yourself a Scouser but it's not. It's nothing.
You're
like
a
that.
Welsh
No,
wall.
it is kind of, yeah, you're a Welsh wool. No, that's what I wanted to ask, like, is there any, like, the way, like Manchester, Liverpool, there's, like, a bit of beef, like...
The Welsh-Chester rivalry.
Yeah, is there
Just
like
all meet up outside
is there
Waitrose. for a little for a
Is there any
shakedown.
like Welsh beef? So like between like proper accented, because you don't have like a Welsh accent.
You know, I'm like on the border
Yeah.
where I'm from. So not many people do have the Welsh accent there. We had
A lot of people in North Wales
We had to learn
don't,
Welsh
do
in
they?
school. Listen to this. So we had to do Welsh GCSE in school, but I didn't care because I didn't want to learn it because I was in school and I'm like, oh, it's an extra thing, isn't it? Like
The Chester in you was looking down on the Welsh.
no, but so we had to do like this Welsh GCSE and I didn't really revise or anything, which I should have done. And I remember like I tried to write a bit of stand up about it, but it didn't work. Like the questions were like, if you won the lottery, what would you buy? And you had to write the answer in Welsh. So I just wrote in pencil in English, I would buy, and just wrote down the Welsh words I knew. So it was like
A microwave.
yeah, it was. Swimming pool, Pulknovia. So that's all right, isn't it? Pulknovia, swimming pool. It might have changed. Apologies to any Welsh people listening to my
Don't be like that
pronunciation.
fuming, yeah. There is a fucking rivalry.
And what else? A post office to other post.
Buy
A microwave and a post office.
So, yeah.
It's like you just
Down
fucking went
shop.
through the Argos catalogue and just circled what you wanted for Christmas.
Downshire Hall. I could just a dancing hall. But yeah, I was just like, because I was just, and I should have obviously took it more seriously.
Why?
Because it's quite a nice thing to be able to, you know, speak,
is
isn't
it?
it? I'd like to speak. I'd love to speak another language. Would
Oh,
you?
same. Yeah, I've been smashing Duolingo lately.
Have
Yeah.
Show us.
Do you want me to? Yo soy un hombre. I am a man. In Spanish. That's what that was.
I thought you were doing like a scene in Friends when he's like hombre for men. When he's like spraying him with
I'm
aftershave.
taking this very seriously. I'm going to Barcelona for me.
I am a man. Why, like, so why don't you start with the basics? Like can you order in a restaurant?
No, I've literally just started it.
Right.
I could just about say that. Do you know what as well? Because it's an app, it makes you think that you're starting to like pick it up because it's like all multiple choice questions and you're just like, well, it might be that. I reckon I'll do this Duolingo. I'll get to Barcelona feeling dead confident, and as soon as someone even tries to converse with me, I'll just be like, yo soy un hombre. Like that's all I'm gonna know what to say.
Scousing you coming out. Un hombre.
Un fucking cerveza, por favor.
Por favor. With all your suntan lotion dripping off your feet. It's like, hey, por favor.
Leaving a trail of it behind me like a fucking slug.
Like a slug, yeah.
No,
I'd love to speak. To if, like any. Do you speak any other languages? No.
Does he speak English?
Barely speaks English.
Yeah.
From Stockport.
Manchester, yeah. Could just about string a sentence together. Yeah, no. What would you speak? Because I want to go. I'd want to go something that no one knows. Well, not no one knows, but like, do you know what I mean? Like Farsi. Do you know what I mean? Just really fucking take people's by surprise. Pashto, mate.
Spanish, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah, or French.
most-
People speak a lot of French, don't they?
Yeah.
In various different countries.
Yeah, any other language I'd love to be able to speak, really.
Portuguese
Just because
is
I'm
big.
nosy, do you know, when people talking of language, I'd love to know what they're saying.
Yeah.
I can hear you, rat, in Spanish. I know I've got sandals on. Fuck off.
I'm definitely like, I've always been like, I mean, I've not been away much throughout my life, but whenever we've gone abroad, my dad used to like proper, he'd, because obviously it was pre-apps and stuff, he'd buy like a little Spanish book and he'd try his best, and you could tell he proper buzzed off it, and the people around him would just like humour him and whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Contapel.
And they're going like, habla inglés, and he's like, no, adamant that he's going to do it.
trying though, because like, there's nothing worse, is it, when people just like, we went to Tenerife recently, and there was a Brummie that come up and spoke to us, and
I'm sorry.
give over.
Is that the end of the story?
Love the Brummies. And we'd had a little rubber ring for my daughter for her to sit in, like the duck, like a little duck thing.
Yeah.
And she was like, "Excuse me, love, where do you get those rubber rings from?" And I said, "Oh, that shop down there." And then she'd come back and she's like, "Oh, they say that it was definitely from there because they haven't got any." And I was saying, "Quack, quack, quack" to the woman. And my fella was like, "They speak really good English, like," and she's just going, "Quack, quack," just like this woman shouting in your face, like animal noises.
Quack, quack, quack to the woman. It sounded like a song.
Like, they spoke really good English in this shop as well, and I bet they were just like, "Oh," but she just went in and was like, "They didn't I just don't know what they were."
I thought a Brummie would be easy to understand as well if English isn't your first
slow,
language,
yeah.
because they speak so slow.
I think she was just being
Patronising.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could be wrong.
Everyone sort of expects like the people around them to conform to English, don't they? That's what I didn't want to do. That's why I wanted to learn it just a little bit, just to at least try, because I think it's half ignorant.
You are going to a heavy tourist spot, though, where everyone's going to speak English.
No,
so probably can't
exactly.
Be
so I've got a fucking safety net, but I can at least try. And I'll embarrass myself.
I just get the feeling that I went to France once, and I just remember fucking speaking to the guy and trying, like, fucking asking for like a sandwich or whatever. And when he came over, and he just stopped me halfway through and was like, "You don't need to do that."
It's embarrassing.
Like, just like he couldn't be asked. Do you know what I mean? Like, just tell me what you want in English, lads. Like, I can't be over. Like, I'm from Liverpool. You know what I mean?
I like to
sandwich.
I like to put a little like. Do you like if you're in a restaurant and the thing on the menu is a bit like exotic? I'll try and put the flair on. I'll try and. I'm just being
a
bit of frisson.
Exotic, Liam.
No, just like I won't say pano chocolate. I'll say pano chocolat. So I'll try and. Fucking stop judging me.
You're so sexy, by the way. You really are.
Am I?
You're so sexy.
Tout appelle comment?
Le Big Mac.
Le Big Mac times deux.
Poisson. Pano chocolat.
It must be. It is a bit cringy, and to put the flair on.
Well, just when you're doing that, if you don't speak anything else, and then you're like pano chocolat.
Yeah, I'll have the chips. I'll have the steak. I'll have the pano chocolat. Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah, you try it.
What's up, guys? The podcast is growing, and we're dead happy, but we need your help.
What we need is for you to start sending us in your most embarrassing moments, the worst things that you've ever done to yourself or someone else, and most importantly, what you want to get off your chest.
So email us in at spreadnegativitypod@gmail.com, and if it's not shit, we'll read it out in a future episode. But I've got faith in you. It'll be fine. Pause it here. Go and send us something in, and then we'll read it out. Do it.
And as always, if you could like, comment, and subscribe, give us 5-star ratings on all the platforms that'll let you do it. It just means that more people will find us, and it's a big, big help.
Like we said, the podcast is growing quicker than we expected, and we're buzzing with the support. We really are, but we want to grow bigger. If you can, please keep telling your friends about us. Drop the link to the episode into your group chats and help us spread more negativity. You're the greatest. We love you. Let's get back to the episode.
Yeah,
security.
Security? Yeah.
For what?
Monitoring CCTV footage.
Oh, right, so you weren't the one that, like, grabbing him by the scruff of the neck, no? In Pot World.
Do I look like... Come on, man.
Like Moe's Tavern.
No, like, so we'd see things on CCTV and then have to ring the police.
And then nothing would happen.
But mainly it's just people pissing on the sides of buildings or...
Yeah, I have a habit of that.
Yeah, I thought you looked...
in the middle of the day.
No surprise whatsoever.
No, yeah. But there will be people...
That's why he wears sandals, so you don't get his shoes wet.
Yeah.
So I've definitely looked the camera in the eyes when it's happening as well.
And there'll be people just laughing at you, zooming in on your cock.
Really far.
Yeah, really far, yeah. Fucking
and we
hell.
can't get the range. So I did that, but that was fun. Met nice people there. What about you? You were a hairdresser, barber, sorry.
No, you're fine. Yeah, no, it's I did that for a long time. I think one of the worst jobs I ever did. I've always been like, we've never had any money growing up. Like, we never had anything at all. Like, I didn't even have a wardrobe. Like, I'm not even taking the piss. Like, I didn't have a wardrobe when I was like 15. All my stuff was just like folded on the floor. So I was like, I'm adamant I'm going to earn money. And when I was like 15, I went out washing cars. Like, just like with a little bucket and a sponge.
What, in a bikini and shit?
Yeah, sexy, right? That's how I met your ma. But I just went round and like knocking on the like local estate and stuff and washing cars. And I remember one that I did because there was this woman and she was like, I was like 15. I didn't know what I was doing. Do you know what I mean? Like, I just wanted like, oh, but you put some water in there.
Door to door.
Yeah, literally, yeah.
Streaking all the cars and like interior, like
as a watch on, just scratching the fucking paint off.
I didn't have a wardrobe, let alone a watch. You know what I mean? Now I've only got a Casio.
Like, with Mowgli outside your house.
Holding the bucket on his head.
Yeah. But there was one woman, I pulled up at her house, it's just top down. I knocked on her house and she was dead keen for me to do it. And she took me around the back to go and see what like the car, and it was just fucked, this car. Like, it was an absolute mess. Like, it was just like bird shit all over it. And then she was like, you can use the tap outside it, outside her house, but it only had cold water. And I only had like whatever like fucking car wash fluid that I had or whatever.
It's not going to lose some bird shit.
Exactly. And it had been like, it was the middle of summer. It was in the school holidays when I was young. So it just caked into it. And I washed the car like 4 times and it still looked shit. No pun intended. But I just had to
And how
fucking
much were you charging?
like a £5.
Oh,
I made like a tiny profit.
She was
like,
buzzing when you knocked her out.
But I didn't do it. I ended up just like panicking and walking away.
Five cars in the yard.
All
MTV
covered in
grips.
shit.
Like the Karate Kid, like fucking 10 different cars, so you can get to keep one at the end. So I'm all right, you know. It's full of shit still. But yeah, I just panicked and ran away. I didn't know what to do. I couldn't get a car clean, so I just left.
Oh mate, no, I'd have done the same. I was never one for like when I was younger, everyone was getting like paper rounds or knocking and cutting grass. I've got hay fever. Can't be arsed with that. I just never had that like entrepreneurial go out and make money.
You just did jobs, whatever jobs you could do that would entitle you to wear sandals and not look weird.
My first ever job was in a shoe shop. Like, it actually was, yeah.
I remember, like, I really wanted to work in Top Man when I was growing up, just because you got like 70% off because they wanted you to wear Top Man clothes when you were working, so then like people could see what they look like on, I guess, and you just sort of advertising for them. And I really wanted to work there. I never ended up getting a fucking job there. You know, I was covered in bird shit from my car washing days. Yeah, so they weren't hiring me. But yeah, I really wanted to work there just for that. Now it's shite in there now.
Fuck Top Man. Top Man's the reason I have the shit fashion sense. It gave me a complex when everyone.
I don't think it's Top Man's.
See, you were criticising me at the start. It's too easy, isn't it? It's too easy. It's hard not to.
Everyone was starting to like get stuff from Top Man, and I was like, oh, I'll see what it's all about. And I just literally picked up a jumper, like a turtleneck, black turtleneck, Steve Jobs type jumper, in the biggest size they had, and I put it on, and I looked like a fucking Cumberland sausage. I was busting out of it, like wherever I could bust out of it, and I genuinely blame that for me not liking clothes shopping. I've got a fucking complex about it, and you're making fun of me for it. I'm gonna cry.
You've got a podcast, haven't you?
Did have. It's gone now.
Oh, well, why? What
Just
happened?
'cause
Curtain fell down. You were like, I'm not putting that up.
It is
It's
fucking
hard
hard
work, isn't it?
It's
Just to keep up with all the editing and stuff, and I was like, and then I had a baby, and I was like, do you know what? I've got.
Which one was this? Because I'm thinking of one. Did you have a different one? Because the one I'm thinking of, I don't think you've started yet, have you?
Oh, so yeah, I am going to be starting one with Barry Dodds.
Plug it.
There you go. Comedian Barry Dodds. It's called The Worriers. We're recording some soon, actually. So we're just talking. It's not like a
lot of the listeners
podcast.
are from Have a Word, and Barry did loads who Have a Word, so they will.
Yeah,
they will
Barry's great. So we are really good mates, and we talk to each other on the phone a lot when we're driving to gigs about our worries and stuff like that. And it's just so it's very light-hearted. It's not going to be like, oh, this is a mental health podcast or anything. It's just gonna be fun.
I love Barry. He's great.
Yeah. So we're recording a load soon. Actually, we've done one, and then we're going to record loads, and we're just going to put them out as a set, not like a weekly thing. I couldn't keep up with this.
Oh, kind of like series.
Yeah.
So you like drop them as a series.
This is hard work, isn't it? Doing this every week.
Constantly.
Yeah, and at the minute we're.
Did you see the fucking truth in his face? Then he looked like he had a fucking knife pointed in his back.
It's just
talk to the nice
it's
people.
Tough at the minute. Like it's all right when it's just one a week because you've just got one episode to record and then edit. But at the minute, because I'm going to the Fringe night, it's his wedding. I'm broken record talking about it. People probably hate it now by the time this goes out. But we're recording so many in one big jump. Like there will be like 6 weeks where you won't record any, or 3-4 weeks where we don't record any. But at the minute, we're doing like fucking 4 a week. So yeah, it's a lot. It's heavy, and we're trying to not have a backlog of it. So we're editing them all like right away. Do you know what I mean? So it's up till 4 in the morning and stuff. It's a lot, but yeah.
Aaron is. I'm doing fuck all.
I was going to say, who does the editing then?
We split it.
This isn't comedy, but
no, yeah, we're cutting this out. Funnily enough, I'm giving me more edit points talking about editing.
Who does the work?
No,
we split it.
We split it.
There you go. That's fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah. When you do yours with Barry, what you say it's all about mental health and stuff? Because I've heard it's something about OCD.
All about mental health. So me and Barry both got OCD.
Right.
Obviously, we're on different spectrums of how we have it.
Is it like really heavy? Like you have to turn the light off 17 times? So I wonder why you did that when you walked in.
No, mine isn't like that. Mine's overthinking things. So like
we've talked about that on here before. Not your overthinking ours.
So the point where it was affecting my day-to-day life about worrying about certain things. But and so it won't be like a big theme on mental health at all, but it's just us talking about, because we all have like little worries about certain things that maybe other people don't worry about.
Yeah, my fashion sense, but I've enjoyed.
I mean, we're all worrying about that.
We are. That's a general theme. But there must be like little things that you do that like.
Yeah, we spoke about it.
Unique to you.
Yeah, we spoke about it on air. We got into it a lot when Vittorio was on, because he's like been in therapy and stuff. So he was a young lad, and I should probably go. But you know, it's a long waiting list, and it just fucking puts you off even bothering, doesn't it? But I overthink stuff like heavily. Like I've mentioned, like a listener said something to me afterwards, about something that happened on the pod or whatever, and I thought about it. Like, it was probably about 4 months ago, when it was one of the first ones we did. And did I say a listener or a guest?
Listener.
Yeah, no, it was a guest, sorry. And yeah, it was like 4 months ago now, and I last thought about that like yesterday.
Yeah.
It's like it's not deep at all, but yeah, stuff like that just bothers me a lot and gets to me. I probably shouldn't be in the public eye.
I think that a lot of because we do sort of job where people will give you that feedback.
Yeah.
Then you do sort of take it on board.
He said it from a place of like trying to help. You know what I mean? But in my mind, he hates me now. Do you know what I mean? It's totally ridiculous.
I've spoke to him about it, and
yeah.
he did say.
I've not even said who it was. That was so specific.
I know who it was because they told me.
Yeah. We're going to take a break.
No,
but no, I do get it. I just overthink about stuff like that, and it's not a big deal. Do you drive
Beth mad though? Are you constantly like?
No, because she's kind of the same. I know she like it's not ideal, but there's certain things that she overthinks with, and we try and help each other out. But no, like there's certain things where she gets on my nerves with it, and then I do with her, and you just got to try and figure it out, haven't you?
Because I'll be like, because when I was really bad, I was constantly ringing my partner. I was worried I was upsetting people, and I go, I've said this to someone in the audience about the cat, and he's like, it's fine. Like, I'm like, yeah, but I think I'm upset. And he's like, no, it's fine. Like, I look for reassurance constantly.
Yeah.
Like,
I've gone through phases like that with Rebecca. Like,
yeah,
and it
but
is
not about your clothes though. Just
you know, but she just lies to me about that. You look fine, love. Not good. Fine.
Go back to the goth days.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, but yeah, it's that looking for reassurance constantly.
Yeah, and
like
it's weird, isn't it? Just saying it out loud and then someone just telling you it's all right.
It's not enough.
No, for me though, it is actually that helps me, but it annoys. I can tell it annoys her because I don't need it. You don't need the reassurance. I don't need the reassurance. I just think I do, and I feel like, I just feel like I worry I'm putting my shit on someone else when I do that.
Yeah.
That's another thing, isn't it? It's trying to find the balance of like.
And then you've got to worry about that as well.
Reaching out, talking.
I was thinking that. It's some irony, that, isn't it? You're going to do a podcast about worries and worrying about stuff too much, and you're going to be like, oh, how many listeners did we get today?
You'd be like, what have I said? Because I'll do this and go away thinking, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Do you not think that? Do you worry about
sometimes, but I'm in charge of the edit, so it's absolutely fine.
Just cut it out. That's a good thing, isn't it? But
all that really racist stuff, we just get rid of it.
I do think anyway. But yeah, that's coming out soon.
Cool.
It'll stress you out. No, it won't. Be fun. I'm looking forward to doing that. Be nice.
What was your other one then? You said you stopped.
So I did one about guilty pleasures, just myself, and then I did interview people about their guilty pleasures.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. What's your biggest guilty pleasure?
Hollyoaks.
Oh God, you should
you
feel
and
guilty
Jamie
about
get along
that.
well. This is EastEnders, isn't it?
Yeah, but mine's curry, but that's not guilty pleasure.
Yeah, because it's mainstream, innit?
No, absolutely love Coronation Street.
Mine's really bad. Like, I almost don't want to admit it. It's so fucking bad. I have watched the TV series Glee not once but twice.
Oh God!
Nice, from the start to the finish.
Yeah.
It's actually ruined songs for me. That what's that? Don't Stop Believing. I can't fucking listen to that anymore.
I mean, don't butcher it. I'll get really offended.
What is it about Glee?
I'm so serious. My mum watched it when I was young, and I have a lot of separation anxiety. No, I'm joking. I don't know, man. I just fucking, I just watched it.
It's nice. Although a lot of them died, haven't they?
Yeah, a lot of them killed themselves. One was a nonce. Yeah. What the teacher in it was very questionable while on it. So I can just relate to them a lot. You know what I mean? Relatability.
I don't think that's that embarrassing.
Mine is.
What's yours?
Well, you're gonna judge me though.
That's sort of the point, isn't it?
Mine's like it's fucking foot related again.
I can't hear about your feet anymore.
Let's just cut there.
No, it's dead.
Thanks so much for watching.
I genuinely think it's gonna knock you sick.
Go on.
Just oh God. You ever had a dog?
Have I ever had a dog? Yeah, I've got a dog.
Yeah.
What are you doing to dogs?
Has your dog ever licked your feet?
Oh my God.
Yeah, when I was living with my mum.
We are 28 episodes in. You weird fiend.
This isn't a guilty pleasure though. This is a fetish.
It's not a fetish because it's not sexual. It's not sexual. Just the dog would lick me feet and I wouldn't tell him to stop because it. That's It was bad.
It's not a guilty
So
pleasure.
terrible. That's
like,
a sex crime.
That is. Well,
That's
is
bestiality.
a fetish.
It's not a fetish.
It is. It is a fetish.
There's literally nothing sexual about it.
That's worse, though, isn't it?
Why?
I feel like that is worse.
He likes the salt. It's like a foot rub.
He likes the salt. Why are your feet salty?
I'm upsetting him.
You really are like a
When I
slug.
talk about guilty pleasures, Liam, I mean like you like dancing to S Club 7. You know.
Yeah,
you
mine
got
was
the memo.
Glee. He goes, oh, I like when me dog
Yeah.
fucks me.
I'll tell you what. I love it when my dog rims me toe. I'm like, oh.
I like Marmite. That's a guilty pleasure, but I've mentioned it too much on the podcast.
Yeah, when the dog's
so-
licking it off my balls.
Have you ever tried that? Like, to get
No,
your dog
I
to lick
haven't
your
tried
bollocks?
that. I'm not a sex offender, contrary to popular
You've
belief.
really missed the mark. That's the question.
Good job it's this podcast, isn't it?
Yeah.
She's going to edit this out for me.
No, absolutely
Oh,
not. In
fuck's
fact, it's a
sake.
soundbite at the
Oh,
start.
God.
It's a
Oh,
teaser.
God.
Can you do a little video of his picture of his dog in there?
And him as a
Just at
goth
his
there.
feet.
No, because the dog will just look haunted. You'll see it in his eyes. He'll look
don't
haunted
blame
because that's
it.
like a default
Is
dog
your dog got this
expression.
wretched?
No, he loves it. I don't live there anymore.
You've made
It's
me
my
feel
mum's
sad.
dog.
I can't believe
Yeah.
you let your dog suck you off. That's horrible.
He didn't. It was like I regret bringing it up now.
Yeah.
Can we do a segment?
Oh my god. Anyway, should we wrap this up? Because I
Yeah.
think because you've upset me
we
with.
should.
I'm just fucking upsetting Hayley.
Don't put
That's
that
Yeah,
on
you-
anywhere near me. I don't know where it's been.
That's why he wears sandals so his dog can get easy
Yeah.
access
should be
to
going.
his
He
toes.
met that Liam Tuffy. He's a fucking dog fingering,
Yeah.
sandal wearing weirdo,
The dog will be putting.
and he can't dress for shit.
You haven't got the dog like putting the rings on down the aisle, have you?
No, he's not involved in the
Okay,
ceremony.
What, the
fine.
toe rings?
Oh, fuck off, lad.
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell. Right, so let's wrap the fucking thing up. If you're new to the podcast and you're watching because Hayley's on, we do a section at the end called Off Your Chest, where we invite the guest or the listener or anyone to get something off their chest. We don't have a listener submission for this one, so Hayley, have you got anything you want to get off your chest? I imagine you do now.
Well, this is
Feel a
very
bit
niche.
sick.
But since I've had a daughter, watch a lot of kids' TV at the minute. In the Night Garden episodes, 45 minutes long.
Fucking really?
Yeah.
And isn't it just a bunch of?
Dude.
That's as loud as your dog makes.
Don't do anything, Liam. For 45 minutes, it's painstaking. 'Cause
But
you
if
could
there were
watch
20
your
minutes,
film-
wouldn't you watch
could
another
your
one?
film for an hour and 20 minutes, couldn't you?
This is
That much longer.
This is coming from someone who loves Hollyoaks. They do fuck all.
I mean, and I do sometimes watch an hour of Hollyoaks because what I do is I watch it because they put it directly on for the episode, tomorrow's episode today.
Right, yeah.
So you watch it in advance, but then what?
Yeah.
Free for castings. Yeah, it's a good point, that, actually. I
You're
can't
like a patron of Hollyoaks. Early access.
I know, because I'd be like a nana in it now. I'd be like cast, you know what I mean? Because you've got to be young, haven't you, to be in Hollyoaks?
Do you ever fancy having a mad weekend and saving up for the omnibus?
No, I couldn't do that. I've got that. I haven't got enough time.
What is In the Night Garden about? Because I just seen.
It's not about anything, Liam. You're looking for a message that's not there.
Surely
What is the
there's
thing?
so there's no.
It's
Yeah, as if
not
there's a
in-
toddler watching it going, I fucking love the plot lines.
So like, what happened with last week's In the Night Garden? It's like nothing.
Previously on In the Night Garden.
It's
Ends on a
just
cliffhanger.
giant things walking around washing stones.
Washing stones.
Yeah, you'll look at him now. Oh,
That sounds
Yeah.
all
Did he do
that,
any feet?
Yeah, with
Any
a
dogs
dog's fucking
licking them?
tongue.
do any feet? That's my
So your
thing.
grievance is the In the Night Garden episodes are too long. But wouldn't
Yes.
your daughter want to, if it was 20 minutes long, they'd want to watch multiple episodes?
She shouldn't. I shouldn't really be letting her watch 45 minutes worth of that in a row, should I? Really?
You can't get her away from it. It's just so...
No, but yeah,
Oh, it's got to be better
So
than fucking
captivating.
Peppa Pig, though.
yeah Peppa Pig. She
That
likes Peppa
fucking
Pig
stupid.
as well. Yeah.
I hate that.
Why are you still watching it?
Yeah, yeah. Mrs. puts it on all the time. No, I've got my nephew when he was younger. Used to always put.
Yeah.
I say nephew. He's more like a cousin, but I used to put.
Just in
What?
case he watches. Say nephew,
Yeah,
but-
I'm not his fucking. He's not my fucking uncle. Yeah,
Keep it away from the dog.
I'm just gonna. No, I'm
You're
going.
stuck with, anyway,
Going silent now.
I'm doing a little doing a tour show.
Yeah.
Tickets still on sale. Anyone live in London? Trying to shift London.
Lots of people,
tickets.
yeah. It's actually really heavily populated. Yeah. Not many listeners from it, like,
Get back to
but
your pigeon shit car. London, I need to sell some more tickets, but yeah, everywhere else is selling nice. It's going well.
when does your tour end?
December.
Sick, because this will go out, like say, in the middle of August, something like that.
Oh, well, that's no good for London dates.
Oh, is it? I'm sorry.
Okay. I don't think it'll
It'll be
affect
sold-
it.
sold out. It's sold out by
I think
then.
people will be tapping out by the time the Liam bloody dog thing
Hey,
comes
you've
on.
not
Don't
seen
bring
our
up feet
listeners.
on
They're
podcast.
on board with that stuff,
they
it's,
love my
which
feet.
is worrying.
You
to
made
be
the
honest.
charts the other week. That was exciting.
Yeah. We're
How many
10
times did you
behind.
and Beth listen to
You say we're doing all right, you know.
I know, I'm not dissing it.
You absolutely are. That's exactly what you did. We're 10 behind Graham Norton in the charts, which is infuriating. I'll be honest. I want him in the rear view. I want Graham Norton behind me.
Set your sights high there.
Yeah. But yeah, have you got anything you want to plug?
No.
Tour.
My tour. I've already done it though, haven't I?
Did the plug.
Yeah.
I've done my tour.
You don't want to overdo
Podcast
it.
with Barry's coming up as well.
What's it called?
The Warriors.
The Warriors.
So that'll
It's gonna be-
that'll be dropping like it's an EP. That'll be
Yeah.
That'll be
What's your
dropping.
album
Hot
cover?
mixtape.
That'll be dropping.
Is it audio, video? Do you know?
Probably just be audio.
Yeah.
There's too much pressure with this video, isn't there?
Yeah, it's like look good and that.
Yeah,
Wearing
well-
different clothes and.
Well, I'm so
comfortable.
hot, and because obviously we're doing this on like the hottest day
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
world, and my contact lenses are literally drying in my eyes right
Yeah,
now.
should we wrap it up?
Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna lit my eye like a fucking chameleon in a minute.